Let us discuss the next question now. This is from the year 2020. Consider the following statements. The Constitution of India defines its basic structure in terms of federalism, secularism, fundamental rights, and democracy. The Constitution of India provides for judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is based. Which of the following statements are correct? Now, here the key words are the Constitution of India defines or the Constitution of India provides. So you need to read the questions very carefully. The Constitution of India nowhere defines where the basic structure is. It was the judicial evolution. Basic structure is a concept which is judicially evolved by the Supreme Court. The Constitution of India doesn't have a mention of what is the basic structure. So this statement is incorrect. Statement number 2. The Constitution provides for judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is based. Just like how the basic structure is not defined, even the word judicial review is not clearly mentioned in the Constitution. There is an implication of judicial review in the provisions of the Constitution, but judicial review as such is not clearly mentioned in the Constitution. So, this is also incorrect. How many of the above statements are correct? Both are incorrect, so answer will be D, neither 1 nor 2. And coming to the basic structure doctrine, it was in the Keshwananda Bharati case, the court defined what the basic structure of the Constitution is. In simple words, it means the core basic values of the Constitution, which form the bedrock of the Constitution. Changing these values and amending these will change the very nature of the Constitution itself. So that is the basic structure of the Constitution. And it can involve various ideals like the federalism, secularism, fundamental rights, democracy. It is a judicially innovative concept because in the Keshwananda Bharati case, the court talked about this concept of basic structure. And since then, in various judgments, the court keeps evolving what constitutes basic structure and it keeps adding to the list. So now the parliament can amend the constitution, but after considering the basic structure, that is, the parliament cannot change anything which is considered as the basic structure of the constitution. Coming to judicial review. Article 13 has an implication of the judicial review. In simple words, what does judicial review means? The court will look at the laws and regulations made by the parliament and see if they are in sync with the provisions of the constitution. If they are not in line with the provisions of the constitution, to that extent of conflict, the court will declare those laws as invalid. Now, if you look at Article 13, it says that all laws which are inconsistent or in derogation of any of the fundamental rights shall be void to that extent. So this in fact implies the concept of judicial review, but the constitution nowhere explicitly provides for judicial review. It is an inferred concept, it is an implication concept, and also the word judicial review is nowhere mentioned in the constitution. So constitution doesn't directly say that the judicial review exists to safeguard the liberties of the people. These are consequences of the judicial review. There is implication. Generally, my students ask me the doubt saying that, sir, this is confusing because the constitution implies and provides for the judicial review. Yes, it implies. Probably the question maker, they went with the thinking of just like the defines here. When we say provides for, it means that explicitly mentioned. Because of the interpretation of the provides, don't get confused. Here, we should read it in the perspective of the constitution explicitly provides for judicial review. No, it doesn't explicitly provide for judicial review. It is a implication. So hence statement 2 becomes incorrect. So which of the following statements are correct for this question? Both are incorrect. Answer is D, neither 1 nor 2.